We are live. This is the Reseller Wakeup, episode 156. What's going on, everybody? How's the week going so far?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. How was the weekend? Anything cool and unusual going on out there?
Not really. We worked on. We're trying to finish that stuff for the side yard, so that's what we've been doing is woodworking stuff.
Still working on all that, huh?
Yeah, we're down to the benches now, so we just have to do the 2 benches that go in between 2 of the planters, and then 1 more 3x3 planter, and it'll be done.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Deb? What's going on in your world?
I'm going to get my employee at 9.
So exciting!
So did you say that it was a family member, or did you just hire somebody?
No, it's a friend of a friend I had in high school.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've been around him a couple of times, but that was like 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we'll see. I spent the whole entire day yesterday cleaning the eBay room because I'm consolidating work areas.
Yeah.
Which I was gonna do anyway because I'm tired of stuff being in my living room. It just looks junky. Even when I clean, it's junky looking, you know. So I got the computer moved in here, and then I was trying to organize, and I got some stuff organized and labeled, you know, like the drawers labeled, and I got some bins labeled with things that need to be processed from what I bought the other day, which I purposely bought things, you know, for him to do.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then so we'll see how it goes. He's going to be here for about 5 hours today, so I hate the way the new YouTube is set up because it doesn't let you mute YouTube before it starts. So you have to sit there and watch it like a hawk for it to like start so you can like mute it.
I don't like the new setup, period.
I just muted it before it started.
Oh, yours hasn't been doing the new setup like everybody else's.
There's no mute, but there is no button
mute
there.
button.
What?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Remember, I sent you a picture last week of the new YouTube.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't. Mine doesn't do that.
Yeah, well, mine does, and there's no mute button.
It's ridiculous.
Denver's like at least a week, maybe 2-3 weeks behind.
Right?
They're on an antiquated server. There's a hamster running it.
Right. I don't mind as long as it works the way that I want it to. No, I was freaking out. I got on there today because they did change the dashboard, and it didn't say, like, they added a tab on the live streaming part. They created a live streaming part. So, like, one of the thing that I usually click on wasn't in the same spot that it's usually at. And then when I started looking around and I finally found it, it looked completely different. Like, they wanted, I don't know, it was weird. It's hard to explain to somebody that doesn't know how to do it, and I imagine most of you guys have no clue how to make a live stream on YouTube, so I'm not even.
I don't, and I did when Profit Talk was having an issue, and I was like, okay, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Okay, what do I do now?
One of those things that's really, really, really easy, but the first couple times you do it, you're like, what do I do?
Well, it's not obvious. It's not like there's a, you know, do this and do this button. It's, you gotta hunt.
Yeah. I know Chad has a video up on how to do it, just in case anybody wants to learn how, but
I'm not sure at one point I would ever end up live streaming anything.
you know.
I thought about doing it. Like, I thought about doing like impromptu Q&As, but then I kind of get like nervous that nobody's gonna show up and I'm gonna look like a total ding dong.
Oh, well.
That's why I do nothing impromptu.
I'm sure that we did an impromptu hangout on a Sunday, like in the middle of the afternoon,
you and Mike, I saw that.
like a month ago, and yeah, Delmar was on there. He's in the chat. What's up, Delmar? We went and it was fine. I mean, we had tons of people watching, and we had that's actually one of my. I think I almost have 1,000 hits on that video, but I imagine it's because everybody watches it for like 20 minutes and then shuts it off and then clicks on it again to watch it for another 30 minutes if they're trying to get through it. But
Are you guys having the crazy weather? Like, are you having the big storms and stuff?
It's been raining, but I mean, at the beginning, like in spring this year, we had the most rain, like some kind of record where it rained every single day for the most consecutive days in Colorado history or something like that. And it was like 2 or 3 months straight. It was like Seattle here. I mean, it would be okay, like pretty nice in the morning, and then it would rain and every single afternoon, and then it would just be kind of like blase.
That's how it is here. It's like so freaking muggy you can't breathe, and we keep having like a thunderstorm every day. I can't wait for Wednesday. I'm so ready for the morning show. Woo! 15 minutes late.
Why did it start early? What the hell is that crap?
I told you guys.
You didn't. When did you say that?
When?
Yesterday.
To who?
To
To
who?
Danica, because she's the only one that matters.
Because she's special.
You were talking to me.
I'm so scared. No, it was Monday. You told me Monday.
Yeah, Monday after your show, I told you what the plan was. I figured.
Was I supposed to pass that along?
I figured.
I'm sorry, you told who?
I just assumed you would.
Deb, Danica,
I'm not responsible.
Doll, and Dykel McDusky.
Like, yeah, we call him Dyke for short.
He'd have to be Dykel Dick Dusty.
He's got
Dick Dusky.
Dick Dusty.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Cycle, Dick, Dusty. Oh, God.
Nobody's gonna be doing that.
If I had a nickel
No,
for
let's
every
just
time
name
I-
the show that. Just name the show Dykel, Dick, Dusty.
Wow.
No. The honey hole.
That would work.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I almost upgraded to Windows 10 this morning. Then I'm like, what the hell am I thinking? That's the stupidest idea ever.
It's like the guy that wakes up in the morning knowing he has to has to get a lot of stuff done on his phone. He goes, "Oh, look, a new iOS update." Dude, I got that crap turned off, and I usually wait like my phone will remind me like 18 times. You're like 4 updates behind or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, there's a reason for that.
I like my phone the way it is.
Hey, look, it's Dake. Dake's here.
Hey.
Dake
This is
Dip.
not profit talk, guys. Everybody goes by their regular names on the show.
What did I miss?
Oh, you don't want to know. We're not
Do we
going.
have to change our names to start with the P since we're on Paul's show?
No,
I can be Panica Paley.
Annika Paley.
that is never.
Sounds like an anime character. Panica.
Yep.
Does that mean I have to dye my hair gray?
Yeah.
Or
That would work.
just don't cover my roots?
Guys, I need ideas for a giveaway because I'm like
Why?
30 subscribers away from 2,000.
A flat screen TV.
Only if we're eligible.
Specifically around a 40-something inch.
That's what's in my bedroom. That's my
I thought
bedroom
you just-
TV.
I thought you just bought a new TV, Dusty. Did you not buy it?
No, I just got rid of a plasma because they're so damn heavy. It would weigh the one we had was a 60 inch or something. It weighed 197 pounds. It was so heavy that I actually looked up on the manufacturer's website because I was curious how damn heavy it was. And I said, I'm not putting it back on a wall again. I've broken my back, 3 different rooms.
Holy crap.
So, yeah, the plasmas weigh a lot more. They got great picture, but, you know, whatever. You pay for it with the heat they put out.
Yeah,
But
it's like
that one that I sent you a picture of that I was in that junk store that day.
yeah.
Okay, get this. It's an NEC 50. I think was it a 50-inch?
Uh-huh.
But it's called a public display monitor. Essentially, it's just a plasma TV with handles kind of on the edge to carry it around. It's like for going to convention and trade shows.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
But it was then again it was a plasma, just like the one I just got rid of. It weighed probably 200 pounds, and it was actually a little bit smaller than the one I got rid of. But dude, the guy only wanted $150 for it, and I looked it up. It was about a 7-year-old TV, I think. But when NEC put it out, the going price on it was like a $10,000 TV.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's got to be
crazy.
just because it's portable, and I mean people would probably still use that for the trade shows and that type of thing. It would probably be worth more than a regular plasma. Whose dog is barking?
Big aluminum cases that was all padded to put it in, where they shipped it around on like the airliners or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Overkill cabinet. He's like, you can have that with it. Like, dude, that thing, and the cabinet was like 8 feet by 6 feet by 6 feet.
Yeah.
Like 10 times bigger than the TV.
What would you do with that?
What would I do with it? It would have made a hell of a gaming monitor.
Yeah, you know, I tried that. I've actually tried doing the gaming monitor thing with a TV, and it just doesn't look right. It's too pixelated. You need a real computer monitor with like a really high refresh rate and everything. But I mean, I've got a plasma TV, and it's freaking awesome, and it's not heavy. I mean, it takes 2 people to move it. I mean, I guess it's heavy, but heavier than like an LED. I don't know.
Well, that one I sent you a picture of, though, I was just talking about, the inputs were crazy. Like, it didn't have any plain old, like, HDMI, whatever. You could go through the composite, like not the RCA, but the RCA plus the other 2 colors or whatever. And then it had, like, a DVI input, and it had like, an RGB, and it had a bunch of other weird crap. Like, the DVI was the only one that I recognized to be like, hey, that's compatible. And it was just really cool. And then, of course, I Google it because I can't find anything on eBay. It's kind of, not obsolete, but it's definitely an older model. So I Google it, and I'm like, oh, my God, $9,995? I'm like, oh, yeah, that was a CNET review back in, like 2003.
Yeah, you got to watch some of those older ones. I mean, mine's newer. Mine's probably only like 4 or 5 years old, something like that. Maybe it's older than that, but it's like one of the last plasmas that they made, so it's 1080p and all that stuff. But yeah, I actually bought a new LED TV like 4 or 5 months ago, and because there was this line that just appeared in the middle of my plasma, and it wouldn't go away. But then after like a couple of weeks, it went away, and it would come back every once in a while. But ever since I moved into my new place, I don't know if it bumped something or made something get back to the right spot or what, but it hasn't done that at all. Also, I think it was kind of inside of an entertainment center, like an old schooly type that had the top and like a little thing on top and on the side, so maybe it was just getting too hot in the space. And then now that it's like just sitting on top of a regular stand, then it's fine, but I don't know. So I do actually have like a 42-inch LED TV in my storage unit that I haven't even taken out of the box.
Wow.
Nice. All of our computer monitors are LED TVs. Like, I don't think we have any that are hooked up to an actual computer monitor.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like having actual computer monitors. Like I said, I just think that they're a little bit better, but
ours aren't pixely or anything, and I game on them, and all of them are game monitors.
yeah.
What is that?
That was my phone. Sorry.
Yeah,
It
that's.
sounded like a freaking.
So I'm gonna show you guys.
I don't even.
I'm gonna show you guys a pro tip real quick. Hold on.
I turned mine down. Shut up.
See, all you do is you hit this button here on the side. See how it's. Yeah, see that? If you hit it down, then it vibrates and the little bar goes away. Yeah, it works great.
I forgot to silence mine yesterday. Yesterday was massage day or whatever, and I forgot to silence mine, and I'm laying there like she's like working my neck, and I hear exterminate. I was like,
Did you change your ringtone?
no, that's my text. My notifications is a Dalek. and I was like, I'm sorry about that.
Oh.
Like phone calls are the Doctor Who theme song, and then notifications are a Dalek.
Okay, I have no idea what or who a Dalek is, but
What? Daleks are the robot that's kind of like a triangle-looking tube thing, and all they say is exterminate. Well, it's not all they say, but
I have no clue what you're talking about now.
you don't
Yeah,
watch
I'm kinda
Doctor Who?
No, I've never seen a single episode.
Duh.
Doesn't do it for me.
Thought you were cool.
I can't do English sitcoms or whatever.
I prefer English TV 99% of the time.
I hate English shows. They're
I
boring.
love English shows. English shows and anime. Like, I watch those more than anything else.
Yeah, I don't do anime anymore either. I used to watch a lot of anime when I was a kid, but I don't know. I guess I
Really? Did you just call me a kid?
No,
Really?
I did not just call you a kid. I mean, you might just still like things
I
that
think
kids are supposed to like.
I think it was easily inferred. That's all right.
Yeah, but
That's why I get along with Dusty's wife so much.
oh, she's into all that stuff too.
No, because we both act like 14-year-old kids.
Idiots.
Boys.
Yeah.
14-year-old little boys.
Oh, I wouldn't say boys. I mean, you're totally girly, but
No, more like sense of humor. Kind of.
if you say so, we'll just take your word for it on that. So what about sales? Anything? Anybody find anything awesome?
I finally started selling some stuff that I thought would sell like hotcakes. It's been like my one mistake that I made. And
Wow. I
they
wish I only
finally
made
started
one
selling.
mistake.
No, I mean it was like my one that I bought multiples.
Right.
Like my one screw up. That was like I bought 25 of them, and they finally started selling. So I'm hoping with the whole back to school thing, maybe that'll kick them off.
Yeah. Wow, I'm up to 48 feedback, and they
Nice.
still won't take away that one star. Very, very annoying.
The one that wasn't even legit.
That one, yeah. Well, it was kind of legit. They said that. Well, I don't know if it was legit or not. Like, the guy just didn't do anything to back up his claim. He said that he got the wrong item, and then when I sent, okay, so it's kind of complicated because I sent in this, I sent in the shipment, and then when it got there, Amazon said that there were these two Call of Duty games. Amazon said that they were both the same copy. You know how sometimes you'll get the reconcile report and it'll be like, -1 and +1.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you send in 2 of something and you thought you were sending in one of this and one of that. Well, they said that I had sent in 2 copies of this one thing, and I was like, no, I didn't. Go back and check it. And they went back and they double checked it, and they're like, okay, you were right the first time. And then when so they fixed it. And then when I called, or when this guy bought this item, he sent or he left me a negative feedback where he said that he received the wrong game. It was supposed to be this Call of Duty, but it ended up being this one, something like that. And so I got back with Amazon. I'm like, okay, well, can you double check the copy that's in my inventory still to make sure that I didn't like put the stickers on backwards or something, or somebody screwed something up? And it was the right game that was in the inventory. So this guy had to have received the correct game. It couldn't have been the wrong one. And so, I mean, I told him, look, dude, send it back. Let me know what's going on. Let me know something. He never emailed me anything back. He didn't bother returning it. So I was like, and Amazon was like, oh, well, you just, sounds like your mistake, so we've got to leave the feedback on there. But I was like, but anybody, if that's the case, I can say anything about anything.
Right.
And I could leave a negative at will just because I feel like sabotaging somebody.
Right.
I
That's
mean,
why
they
I
had
say
to-
that's why I say it's not legit.
Yeah, they didn't have to put any.
You know what I do whenever it comes to that kind of stuff? Is instead of trying to mess with them and go back and forth, just tell them for training purposes, you want them to take a picture of the item. It works every time. So you're like, look, I'm giving you a full refund and blah blah blah, whatever you're gonna do. And then for training purposes, so my people understand, what they're shipping out, this and that. Send me a picture of the item, or because I had one lady say, well, her item was expired, and I had her, well, just take a picture of the expiration date. And it wasn't an expiration date; it was a lot number that looked like a date.
Okay.
So then I was able to tell Amazon, look, here's the picture. All of my other items have the same lot number. It's not an expiration date. And
Wow.
So, I mean, you can do the same thing. Hey, just take a picture of that thing so I know which one I have in my inventory, blah, blah, blah. Don't tell them you're fighting them or anything like that. And then, just for training purposes.
There you go. That's a good idea. No, this guy, I suspect that I was sabotaged by another seller. It had, the way that he worded it and everything, he made it he knew exactly how to word it, so there was no mistake. There's no way that Amazon would do anything but blame me for it, basically.
That sucks.
Horrible.
Yeah.
People suck.
I have a question.
Was
So I sold an ergonomic keyboard through Global Shipping Program. It gets there, blah blah. I wake up this morning, and it says, respond to the return request. The item arrived not working. Some letters work, maybe only 40%. Most don't at all. One key is even missing. Okay, I even went back and looked at the pit. There's no keys missing. The battery was inside leaked and destroyed the item. There wasn't I don't remember there being a battery. I paid shipping import fees in the item. Can you resend identical item free of charge to me? Otherwise, I am a big loser in terms of money. What to do now? I have 100% reputation too. The receiver on one photo is mine, just a note. And then I click on it. It says see request details. It tries to take me to ebay.uk. So I think, okay, no problem. I go into my eBay and look at returns. View return details. I click on that, and it wants me to log into ebay.uk. So I can't even see the return details, but it wasn't broken when I sent it. It wasn't missing buttons. What do you do if you have an item like that got, do I just need to call eBay? It got damaged during global shipping. But I can't even see I can't escalate it. I can't do any of that because every time I click on anything,
I would call eBay.
I would totally call.
Yeah, I think they're liable if it got damaged during global shipping. So
That's what I thought the whole purpose of global shipping was the ease of ease of shipping on your end, plus they took responsibility for everything once it hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've made it. Calling eBay is just something that I do now. I mean, if I have any issues, it's just easier to call them. It seems like because they seem to be a little bit more open and they'll actually listen and kind of just not assume that you're some asshole. Like it seemed like a year or two ago they used to, just treat the sellers like, oh well, sorry, customer is the only thing that we care about. We don't want to help you. Be a better seller. I don't know. Maybe that's like the vibe I got every time I call them a long time ago. But lately, like the last 6 months, they seem to really go out of their way to make sure that they're seeing both sides, I guess, and actually making some sense. But I did find another 1080p webcam over the weekend.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, it's a nice one.
For sale.
It's for sale.
So, what if someone had something you were interested in?
I could do a trade. Hold on, I gotta see if I can find it.
Cause did I buy this other one? I bought this other one from you, didn't I?
Yep.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just like I'm definitely not 1080p. Do I look like 1080p to you guys? Like you ripped me off. No, I'm kidding. When he sold it to me, I knew it wasn't 1080. I don't know. What piece of
Paul
crap
ripped me off.
Yeah, this is what I picked up.
What does it say on it? Hold on.
You can almost read it. That's how good my camera is.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about it.
Nice.
Which one
I
is
love Logitech.
Yeah, it's
it?
yeah, it's a C615.
Are you serious?
What's that?
Nothing.
Yeah, so this is like the mid-grade. The one that I've got is the higher grade of this generation, but this one's actually more portable. I'm almost tempted to keep it just because it's a smaller webcam. This one I can't really carry it around as much the way that it's built. This thing I could throw in a laptop bag and, you know, I've got that little Samson condenser mic too. Then that way I could just do things like on the fly, like when I'm out and about, just need to find Wi-Fi, basically. But
I'm just kind of gradually moving up. Like the first webcam that I had was like a plug and play from the 80s or whatever.
yeah,
And it was really bad. And then I got this one from you through trading around or however we did it. And it's actually better.
yeah,
This one's that I'm using now is a Logitech Quick Cam. It's a Pro 9000.
yeah. That was a higher end one like 10 years ago, back in like 04, 05, I think.
From the 80s to the 90s.
Back before 1080p was a thing.
That'll go good with your NEC monitor.
When stagecoaches still roamed the earth.
Right.
This one says it's 2.0 megapixel. I don't know what that equates to for a webcam.
You know, the megapixels don't really matter as long as it's. I think that would probably be the equivalent of like your full screen. So, I mean, it's kind of like if you have a 15 or 20 megapixel camera, it doesn't matter. Like all it does is makes it so you can blow the picture up bigger. And I mean, if it's like a 5 megapixel, and you're printing it like you're making a eBay ad picture, then it's gonna be big enough where you're gonna be able to take good photos as long as the lens is good and all that stuff, you know. But
This one that I got from you says it does a maximum of 720.
okay.
So, but I think they sometimes record. Like if I'm sitting here doing a YouTube video, they'll record in higher definition than they will do live streaming, right?
That is correct.
Yep.
Yes. Like this one will do. This one live streams at 720p. And now this one that I'm using now, I'm not even sure if it records. I imagine that it records at 1080, but I mean, like even when we're live, I mean that's pretty damn clear picture. But
Right.
I also found this.
Nice. I love my Rebel.
Yeah, I paid a lot for it, but I've got a Nikon, and the Nikon's got 3 lenses, and my Nikon is set up, but I paid $100 for it. But still,
Nice.
I can probably sell it for $200 to $250.
Which one is it?
It's the Rebel XS. I think it's like the 2nd or 3rd generation of DSLRs, if I remember right.
It's before the T series, right?
I don't know. I don't know my Canons that well, but I mean it's a nice little camera. It's got all the functions and everything.
Rebels are awesome, awesome cameras. They really, really are.
Which lens is on it?
It uses a standard SD card too.
Yeah.
It doesn't use the big fat one.
Yep. Mine uses
This
this
one has a, let's see, 18 to 55 millimeter.
That's the one it comes with.
Yeah, the standard one it came with.
Yeah, just a standard kit lens. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna sell it. So if anybody wants to get a kick-ass price on a DSLR, hit me up on Facebook.
You know, I'd love to have one for taking pictures and crap, but you know how you get, like, maybe it's just me because I'm old, but like you get used to like this little Kodak Easy Share 14 megapixel that I know where all the features are, I know where all the crap is, I know how to pick it up off my desk, take my eBay pictures, you know, plug it up to the computer, download pictures. I just don't want to have to learn new features.
Well, that's why the Rebels are cool, because if you want to do that, you just set it on its auto, and its auto is fantastic.
Right.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of different automatic settings that make really nice pictures.
Well, there's one that's like I mean, you've got your macro and all that stuff, but there's like one setting where it's like just straight up automatic, kind of like a point and click. And it's actually really good. I mean, it actually takes good pictures. But like when I used to make cards and scrapbook pages and things that I sold, and I would just put it on the portrait. For some reason, portrait worked best. I guess because of the graphics that I did on them, but I would just put it in my Lightbox, snap a picture, and the only thing that I would do when I put it on the computer was crop it.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's how easy Rebels are. You just, you do the half, like when you're gonna snap it, you do the half snap, and it automatically jumps, does your focus and everything, and then just click it again, and it's done.
Yeah. What about the white balance? Don't you have to like set it manually?
No, it depends on your lighting, to be honest, but only when I'm doing more artistic type things, or like photos of the kids and that kind of thing. Do I go in and mess?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Are you going to your honey hole today?
Adam, Kirsten's got to go to the doctor today, and it's like the doctor that's all the way on the other side of town to the thrift stores we never go to. So I'm thinking I might, because the price could suck, but they're worth hitting about twice a year when we go to the doctor.
Yeah.
I think she has to be there in like an hour and a half.
That's not bad.
Yeah, your kids fend for themselves in school, huh?
My kids?
Yeah.
Well, they go to a homeschool thing.
Oh, that's
homeschool, but the homeschool thing doesn't start back till the 24th or 20th. It's either next Monday or next Tuesday. They start real late.
Schools here don't start till after Labor Day.
They're also well, I don't even know when Labor Day is. They're also starting late because the older couple that run it, the lady broke her hip. So there's
that sucks
right now. So
well, it's not like it matters when they start.
It doesn't. I mean, as long as you get your days in, and get your crap in, and get your.
Do they go 4 or 5 days a week?
I mean, it's there 5. Everybody's at the church.
But your kids don't have to go 5 days a week.
No, technically no.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool because then that way, if we want to go out of town, go to the lake, go to wherever. If we want to like skip school on a Friday, we can do that every once, and take the 3 or 4 day weekend.
We don't do school on Fridays. We just do school Monday through Thursday.
Well, this is going to actually be Windsor's senior year because she's going to graduate early. She's so far ahead. So she's going to probably want to go be there every time the doors open. Gabe needs to be because Gabe has gotten a little bit behind. Boy's about to wake up and find everything gaming related gone. No, seriously, it's about to come to Jesus time.
Yeah, you got to do that sometimes. If my parents would have done that for me when I was in high school, things would have been. I probably would have turned out a lot different.
I just had to come to Jesus with myself. That's how bad I was. It's like I don't adult without my kids. How bad is that? Like
no, not really. As like a mom, especially like I hate the term stay-at-home mom, but a stay-at-home mom and a homeschooling mom and all that. I mean, that's probably what keeps your structure going in your life a lot, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, because I don't typically, just as a person, I don't like scheduling things. I don't like to be on a schedule. I like to free flow, through my day. But with the kids and doing this and what we do, and having all of that, plus, I'm a wife, number one, blah, 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 I have to have a schedule, or my kids just don't freaking, their education is going to go down the crapper. So I have to, have a schedule and stick to it because I'm responsible for these 2 young men, their education.
Right. That's why my kid is in public school. I don't want that responsibility.
But it's like I wouldn't change it for anything. Why in the world are 11-year-olds allowed to get OxyContin now? Like, I'm reading the news while we're doing this. The FDA approved OxyContin for kids as young as 11.
What?
Yeah.
And I could see if they've got like major burn injuries or something, but
Well, how else can the parents get some to sell?
Right?
Right.
exactly.
Let's get them strung out nice and young.
Hey, here's my daughter. I think she got back pains.
Oh my god. Sorry, I need to stop. That's why I don't read the news.
Yeah, I haven't read
That's
or
why.
watched or listened to the news, and
Oh.
I couldn't even tell you who's president, honestly.
You're headed to Florida too. You're gonna love it down there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, exactly. OxyContin Highway.
Well, look at how often I'm at my actual house. You know, this was like a snowball's chance in hell that we got to live in our own home for a year.
That's awesome.
Right.
But you're actually selling it?
The one in Wisconsin?
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
is that
we're
your
gonna. Yeah, it's my house. This is the house that we own, the one that we're living in right now, because John's project just happened to be in Milwaukee this time. But actually, the kids and I might stay here for the first year of his next project, because if he goes where we think he's going to go, it's like the middle of nowhere hell.
But you live in Wisconsin.
Dude, you don't understand like how awesome it is here.
You're right, I don't.
I
I
am
have no idea what
okay.
you're talking about.
I'm 3 blocks from Lake Michigan, which we have surfers. Like, people surf in Lake Michigan. We have a beach. Like, I'm 3 blocks from the beach. I know that sounds really weird, but I'm 3 blocks from the beach. I have, within 10 minutes, I have Costco, I have Meijer, Target, Walmart, Shopko. I've got all this stuff like right here. People are phenomenal. It like, my town is amazing. It's fantastic. I love like, it's going to be really hard to leave this place.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Colorado. But Dave and Sarah Gilman, what is going on, you two?
Good morning. You're up early.
Whoa.
I know, right? Yeah. Well, it's
Their kids must have gone back to school.
yeah. Got to get your kids back.
Today was the first day.
Nice.
Did you take all the pictures of them standing on the front steps with their little backpacks?
No, because they're both old enough that we don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah, you only do that the first couple of years. Sorry, Paul.
Yeah, I had to do the obligatory kindergarten, first day
But it was
kindergarten
so
picture.
cute.
I would have gotten so much hell if I wouldn't have put that picture up. Just from, like, family
I
and
probably
everything.
would have given you hell if you wouldn't have put up a picture of her first day of kindergarten. Come on.
Yeah.
She looks so serious, though.
Well, she had a. Yeah, that's because I told her to tone it down. She was like, had this big cheesy, like, that kind of grin. And I was like, okay, you don't have to smile that hard.
Dial it back a little.
Right, dial it down. Just there you go. That's it, right there.
That's awesome.
So, how was the Midwest conference for you guys? Did you have fun out there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
fun.
Did you
You
say
guys
you
went-
went to Vegas right after that, right?
Yeah, we were back for 3 days and then we left for Vegas. We just got back from Vegas on Thursday.
Nice. You guys aren't going to Chicago, are you?
No, we're going
October.
to San Diego in about 2 weeks, though.
Nice. Yeah.
What's in San Diego?
The private label training that we took, we're having one of the live events.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, so the private labeling is obviously killing it, like, just doing really well still, and
Yeah.
not having any crazy issues coming up or anything like that.
Did you guys see that Travis is he's like finalizing his first private label?
Yeah, he was telling me about it yesterday.
How cool is that? I'm
That's
so excited for him.
Yeah.
Soon. I keep thinking about just doing what all these other guys are talking about, just, order something, just try something out, send it in there. But, I mean, I haven't even found a product that, just sells really well for me that, like, I can send 100 of them. like I'd feel comfortable sending 100 of them in, unless it's just stuff that's out of my price range, you know, like video games or stuff that I can't find in big multiples, you know.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of stuff that will just sell like that as soon as it hits the warehouse, but it's not like I can just go and buy as much of it as I want, you know. It's like thrifted stuff or stuff that I'm buying at GameStop or.
I've got one that I
that.
started talking to my mother-in-law about it, the production part of it, because it's not something I really want done overseas because of what it is. And I think if I can talk her into helping me out, then I'm going to go ahead and give it.
Wait. Let me guess. It's an American flag.
It is not.
I'm totally just kidding.
Her name is not Betsy Ross.
Speaking of which, Dusty, why did you break John? He said he's not going to do this stuff anymore. And he said it was all your fault.
Who are you talking to?
What?
You, Dusty?
Oh, no, he and I had a really good talk yesterday.
Yeah, you broke him.
Did I really? I mean, not bad. I didn't know I broke him. I didn't know what the outcome was of the conversation, but... Oh, well.
Just one of those things where he feels like it's a waste of time and he needs to focus on other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he's wanting to start other things and do other things. We just talked about it. I was like, dude, and I told him about how, you know, I dropped out of a lot of different, you know, weekly shows and a lot of Facebook groups. I said, dude, you turn off the technology, you know, you'd be amazed how much crap you can get done.
Exactly.
For me, it's not as easy as, oh, just don't look at the app on your phone. No, if I had that kind of self-control, I wouldn't have a lot of issues in my life.
Right.
Now it doesn't work that way. So I just had to get out of a lot of things. You know, I don't need 1,700 reselling Facebook groups because all I'm going to do is check them all day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a member of the largest group that I'm a member of as of this point is like 1,500 club. It's 1,000 people in it, maybe.
Now we're the 1,500 club.
The 1,500 club.
700 club.
Talk about a come to Jesus.
Right.
You know, because I found, and nothing wrong with all those groups, but it was like, no, can't do it. I'm sitting there all day doing that crap.
Well, there is so much that goes through those groups.
I feel you. I think I'm only in probably 4 or 5 now. I left most of them.
What's crazy?
I'm in a lot of groups, but I don't really. I mean, I participate in your guys' group. I participate in the $1,500 room.
Yeah.
You know, Reseller Society, Thrifting Lounge every once in a while, but I try to like I just go in and I'll check like the first 3 or 4 posts, and if it's something interesting, then cool. Or if somebody, like if I get a notification like so and so is posted in such and such, I'll go and check those. But I mean, I don't know. Facebook, I'm pretty good at just sitting back and not being too distracted by it most of the time. Not all the time, but
Yeah. I'm really good about not even being at all like.
Yeah,
into that
obviously,
stuff.
if you can't tell, he's never active in Go Money. Unless somebody tags him.
If somebody tags me, then I might look at it. But for the most part, like once every couple days or so, if I'm sitting there on the couch not doing anything, I might catch up and respond to a few comments, and you know. But I don't stop during the day and do that stuff. It's always like in the evening time when I'm just sitting back not doing nothing.
exactly.
You know, that's what you got to do. You just got to make a time that you, I guess, get on there. Either that or don't get on there at all. One of the two.
Yeah, I will definitely shut Facebook down. But it's kind of hard when you're in front of a computer all day. I mean, that's what we do. You know, it's e-commerce.
You just don't keep the Facebook like window open. I find when I do that, then I'm in trouble because things are going boom, 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 you know, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta check it.
Well, that's the only reason I leave it open is for the few people that I message with on a regular basis. If there was a way, I don't know if there's a way with Firefox, can you get just like Facebook Messenger app without having the freaking tab open to see everybody's feed or whatever?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
If you download BlueStacks, then it's a Android emulator for Windows. You can put any Android app on that, and then you can run it on your computer.
Oh, so you could just have the Messenger app run it. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Well, I just have my phone there, so if
me
somebody
too.
messages me on my phone, then I'll just pick, you know, when I get time, I'll pick up my phone and answer them or whatever.
That's true. But see, then the problem with that is I don't have push notifications turned on because, like, when I'm out to eat or whatever, I don't give a crap about Facebook Messenger.
Well,
So
Facebook Messenger doesn't have push notifications, or you don't need push notifications. Just check your phone. I mean,
It
yeah, you
does
gotta put in your
It
code.
does have push notifications. You ever been to dinner with Chad Pagel?
No.
Might as well forget eating.
Ding, da-ding, da-ding,
God.
da-ding.
Even Kim at one point was like, "If you don't turn that son of a bitch off."
I think she was talking about you, Dustin.
Did somebody turn him off?
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, the little bubble comes up, and anytime somebody, you don't have to open up Facebook to have the little chat bubble come up. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, yeah, I've got most of my push notifications turned off now too. I just leave eBay on, and
eBay's the only one because I like to hear the cha-ching. I mean, that was part of my whole scaling back. It's like, okay, I'm leaving this group, getting out of this group. I'm not adminning this group anymore. I'm not doing show, you know, every night of the week. I'm turning off that app. I'm getting rid of that app. I don't need that app. You know, technology had just kind of taken over my life.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Well,
man, I look, and then my sales, comparatively speaking, I'm like, why are my sales in the shitter? And it's like, you know, because I'm not listing, because I'm playing on my phone and playing on Facebook.
yeah.
But it creeps up on you. You know, it's like, you know, you add like little bit, and then it's just everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, everywhere, constant. Like, I've stopped participating in so many groups. It just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to leave them, but then I feel guilty. Like, and I don't know why.
I don't.
I do. I feel guilty if I
just tell them exactly what I said, you know, like when I left Reseller Society. Hey, guys, it's not you. Not you. There's nothing wrong with the group. It's a great group. I'm gone. You know, it's become too much of a time suck. And then there was that argument of, well, just turn it off or don't look at it. I'm like, guys, my personality can't do that. You understand? It's a problem with me. It's not personal.
It's not you, it's me.
right.
It's not you.
Yeah.
We can still be friends.
I'm admin, and I don't know how many groups, just because people add me as admin, but if the group starts doing the bull crap that they do, like, we've looked in the past 30 days on which admins have been actively doing this or that, I'm like, goodbye, out of here. If that's really a concern for you, then I don't need to be an admin.
Right.
You know, to me, it's like, you want me as admin, it's just a status thing. It's like, oh, GildDaddy's an admin in here. You know, I just don't have time to do that, you know. I don't have time to be adding people constantly and checking to see if somebody needs to be added and policing and babysitting and, you know.
I've just got my group set up so that anybody can add anybody. That way I don't have to worry about it. And if I don't care if somebody posts like a Ray-Ban ad, it really doesn't bother me. I just delete it. And
It don't bother me either. It's like people freak out about it. It's like, you know, somebody delete it, or if I see it, I'll delete it. But it's not a, you know, most people of sound mind know when they see those, it's spam. It's like, well,
Right.
don't pay attention to it.
exactly. I mean, I've had a couple
You spam
posts.
everywhere you go on the internet anyways. You just can't turn it off anywhere else. You know?
I mean, it just doesn't bother me. But it's same. Like, I've seen a couple of posts that were like the kind of shady. It looked like somebody might be trying to sell something. They were trying to rope somebody into something, whatever. And you know, that's why I made Dusty an admin. He handles all that.
What?
He's my bulldog when it comes to all the, you know.
Dusty will
shady-
delete something in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
You're gone.
Like
Blocked.
that chick that night I got in an argument with in your group. What was that over?
Oh, she was. I remember that.
You wanted to sell something, and I was like, spam. She's like, and then her next post, she's like, this is not spam. I'm like, spammer. Spam. And finally, I was trying to piss her off, and it went back and forth like 15 times. I was like, I can't piss her off. Like, okay, delete.
That's
That
awesome.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
but your group's pretty easy to handle because it only gets like one post a day, and that's the show.
I know,
Right.
basically. No, I've been getting 3 or 4 lately.
That's good though. That's good. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's what the
It's
group
for
is
the show.
though. That's what
Yeah.
it's for. So I don't expect to have like all the discussion and all that stuff.
Yep.
But I do
Like-
need some suggestions though, because once I'm coming up on 2,000 subscribers here, and I should get it in like the next couple of days. So
Right on, man.
Cold hard cash.
Congratulations.
I need a giveaway suggestion.
Somebody said something earlier about a 1080p camera.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing some credit for that one.
Yeah, I mean, I find them every once in a while. I could hook you guys up, but I need to find more of these, like, super high-end ones.
Is there a coffee grinder on the table behind your head?
Yeah, I paid $1 for it at a estate sale.
Blade or a burr?
It's a blade.
No. The burr grinders are the ones that usually bring really good money. I don't know why. I guess I don't know if people mash up their weed in them or what, but
I just sold one. It was like I paid $8 for it at a thrift store. I get it home, and it was brand new in the box. So I was like, okay, $8. Yeah, I don't even need to look that up. And then when I got it home and put it in, it was like a $120 grinder. I was like, what the hell? And so
Wow.
I sent it in, and it sold in 2 days.
Wow.
I was like, and it was like this size. It was just as similar to this, but I guess it was one of those burr grinders. But yeah, they sell. But yeah, that one I paid $1 for it. It'll sell for $20. I actually have that exact same grinder.
I think I'm gonna eBay this week.
What's that?
I think I'm gonna eBay this week.
holy cow! Write that one down.
I really do.
What are you gonna eBay?
Oh, I have an office full of stuff upstairs for eBay.
Oh, really?
I just kind of gifted it to my kids for their account, but I might take some of it and eBay it.
Yeah, I took a ton of pictures yesterday, so I'm gonna go drop my kid off after the show, and then probably go knock out some of these listings. But yeah, I got a bunch of coffee cups and little knick-knacky crap that I just needed to do something with.
I was up till 3 this morning doing those stupid DVDs. There's my stack. That's my stack for CVG3. Oh my God, I forgot how much I hated doing DVDs because you got to go through and check each one and clean the disc, which I didn't actually run any of them through the machine, but just kind of hand clean, get the smudges off, polybag them, and write your condition notes. And I hate doing one-off stuff like that.
Yeah.
I plan on eBaying now too because my daughter decided that she was going to be all Miss Badass on her first day of work and take like 60 pictures of like 60 items.
Nice.
Yeah. So now I have to list them all.
What are you paying her?
$10 an hour.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got your kids involved in the business yet, Dave and Sarah? We've been talking about it lately with employees, and it seems like everybody's just been hiring their kids and nephews.
You know, we try it with the kids, but we only pay them $5 an hour. But they're my kids. I can underpay them. But they aren't really interested in helping very often. My son every once in a while wants to get in. We've had a few different employees that we paid $10 an hour, but they just never.
That's when we were still doing eBay and stuff. I mean, my eBay now is like, I think the last 30 days I've done like $800. You know, I mean, I haven't listed anything, I think, in like over a month. My eBay consists of like relisting and cutting prices to move crap, you know.
Right. That's basically what mine's looking like. I need to add in a few more. I need to really get some stuff listed and get back into it, but yeah.
Amazon's just so much easier.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's
But
like-
you end up with so much stuff that you can't sell on Amazon. You got to try and get something out of it, you know.
Yeah, that's why I tell people, you know, if you're gonna, you know, they're like, which one's better, eBay or Amazon? I'm like, well, first it depends on you, because some people really enjoy eBay over Amazon, but I'm like, you really just need to do both, you know, and realistically, I think it should be, you know, like an 80-20 or maybe a 70-30, you know, 80% Amazon, you know, 20% eBay. Just because if you could do more eBay, it definitely sucks more time out of your schedule.
I just hate touching stuff so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the various steps that eBay takes, I like it can't hold my attention long enough to do that stuff.
Yeah, I think the nice thing about eBay though is just the margins. Like it's a lot easier to make a ton of money on eBay, like on each individual item. But I mean, once you get to the point where you're selling one thing on Amazon and you have 1,000 of them in the warehouse, then yeah, obviously you're gonna make a lot more money a lot more easily that way. But I mean, for me, I guess I'm at probably, like you said, 80-20 Amazon. eBay.
You can't beat the, and I've always said that as much as I love Amazon, with Amazon, it's with me, it's becoming kind of a just feed the beast as you come across it kind of stuff. I'm not going to actively pursue as much stuff, unless my inventory with FBA starts getting a little low and sales start sucking. Because with eBay, like you said, it's just, for me, the kind of stuff that I sell and the kind of stuff I buy, to find an item for $1 and sell it for $100 is going to happen 1,000 times over on eBay. Well, not 1,000 times, but a lot more times over on eBay. To find an item for $1 and sell it for $100, does it happen with Amazon stuff? Yeah, occasionally, but not near as much as eBay. All my home runs, I guess the easiest way to put it, my home runs are more so on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
And with eBay, you get that instant gratification. You sell something, you get paid now.
Yeah, it's
in your PayPal. Yeah, and you can take it off your PayPal card and turn around and go spend it and flip it immediately again.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I'm not turning anti-Amazon FBA. I'm definitely still pro it, but God, it's just some days you feel like you're in a hamster wheel. You really do. Like those DVDs. It's like, okay, awesome. Paul knows what I paid for the whole lot. I paid $125 for everything, including those PlayStation games and all that. And there's probably $600. I don't know, $600 worth of profit there. But my God, it was a lot of work.
It's a different kind of item. It just depends on what you're sourcing, I think, because for one, it's not that fun either, going out and sourcing DVDs and CDs and stuff.
No, it's not.
If you get away from that, like, more like you could do some video games, but also do some like electronics and stuff like that. I've sold stuff that I would usually have sold on eBay. I've sold on Amazon, like what are those, Vitamixes?
Mm-hmm.
I've sold Vitamixes on Amazon that I would normally have sold on eBay, and I look it up on Amazon. I'm like, holy crap!
You get an amazing amount of money.
Yeah, I'm like, this old ass Vitamix that goes for like $80 on eBay is selling for $300 apparently on Amazon, and it took about a month to sell it, but it's like I got $300 for it versus $80 to $100 on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of those 5-disc changers and big electronics, you're talking $200, $100. I mean, so if you're outsourcing that kind of stuff, you'll see real quick that there is bigger money in that stuff,
Yep. Yeah, there are a lot of things that sell for a lot more on Amazon. But, I mean, that's what my home runs have been lately is just electronics. It's so common to find that stuff for like $5 or $10 and be able to turn around and flip it for $100, $200, $300. I mean, I think my best VCR sale is still $400. I got $400 for a VCR.
I think my best VCR was probably only $80, But
That's crazy.
I bought a TiVo over the weekend.
Did you? What's that selling for?
They're going for like over $100.
For a TiVo?
Yeah.
How do you check the subscription status on them, though? Aren't those, do those get locked down or not?
They don't get locked. You can open them, reopen them. It's just like getting Hulu or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, you just got to double check. Sometimes you look at the prices on those, and they're saying with active subscription.
Yeah, the one I looked at was without subscription.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with like Dish Network boxes and stuff like that. You got to be really careful that you're not buying something that's owned by leased. I mean, yeah, it's got to be owned.
And they didn't pay the bill and they locked it down. But you know what I discovered with those though, especially the DVR DirecTV ones? Take a screwdriver, take them apart, pull the hard drive out. You get decent money for the hard drive, and just scrap the rest of it. If you can find them in the $5 range or whatever, and they got the hard drive, they're worth it all day.
Are they usually laptop?
$30 or more, depending on the size of the hard drive.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, and they're typically like 500 gigs or bigger.
See, we have a DirecTV call center. Actually, I worked at it years ago. So I was real familiar with the owned versus leased. You know, people can't activate a leased receiver. And basically, if you work for DirecTV, they automatically give you free DirecTV service after you've been there for like a month or two. And the boxes that the employees get are automatically owned. So even if they get fired or they quit or whatever, the boxes still always have an owned status. So I would go on to Craigslist, and I used to do it all the time. I don't do it that much anymore, but people would sell, like, because they get fired or they quit and they don't want to continue service, their employees, so they know that they're owned. So they go on Craigslist, they say owned DirecTV receivers. And a lot of them know the value, but they don't know how to do eBay, so they're never going to get that price that they want out of them. But they'll keep dropping their prices, and you know, I'll pick up 4, 5, 6 receivers for $50 a piece, and a lot of the higher tech ones will go for $200-300 a piece on eBay owned.
Nice.
So I mean, I would, you know, triple, quadruple my money and just find them everywhere because there's so many employees out here. So if you have like a DirecTV like call center close to you, check Craigslist for owned DirecTV receivers.
I'm checking Craigslist right now.
Yeah, because they have call centers all over the United States. If you're close to one, there's definitely going to be some on there from time to time. And you can call DirecTV and check the number. You just call them and say, usually the best way to do it is to call in and pick the option that says, I want to cancel my service, because they'll pick up like that.
Shortest wait time.
Shortest wait time. And the guys in that department, which I know because I used to work in that department, can do anything that anybody else can do.
A customer.
And they're more than happy to tell you if a receiver's owned or leased, because now they just got a
fast call.
They call it a save, because they didn't disconnect somebody, so it helps them out.
You know what's sad is I use that same tactic to get the customer retention department when I call any company, because I'm just so over. Like, I don't want to weed through your system, so it doesn't matter who I'm calling. If I'm calling Comcast about my bill or whatever, you know, it's just I'm going to hit the button that says I want to cancel my service.
Okay.
And Comcast told me one time, which we switched over to business class, so you get a totally different department. And with Comcast Business, they actually answer within like usually 60 seconds. Like there's a few of wait time, but one of the reps told me of Comcast a couple years ago, because I kept calling in. They're like, yeah, in this department we're allowed to do anything up to $250 without supervisor approval. I was like, oh hell yeah,
Nice.
calling here.
I usually
How much
get.
money were you allowed to give them?
It depended on the customer status, but sometimes it was discounts up to like $500-600 over a course of a year.
Whoa.
Yeah, I just called Comcast and had a little issue with my account, and they're like, okay, well, we're gonna give you HBO, Showtime, and Stars for 3 months for free. It's like, okay.
Yeah, they'll give you more than that. If you call into these places, you have TV service, and you're out of contract. If you're out of contract, you just call them up, tell them you want to cancel, and they'll say why, and you just say bill's too high, and then just keep playing the game with them, and eventually they'll start saying, well, we can give you $20 off your bill for the next 6 months, or 30, or 40, or
Don't agree.
Stars and Showtime for 6 months.
Don't agree to a contract.
Let me look at your bill real quick and see what we can do for you here today, customer. It's like, well, why didn't you do that crap 6 months ago?
Right. Just got to stay on top of it and keep doing it. But anyway, guys, I got to go. It's time to get my kid to school, so I got to be a little bit more diligent about ending the show on time. But
I hear you.
it's that time. So we'll be back Friday. Reseller Wake Up Facebook group. Easy way to find the show. Also hit that like button, the thumbs up, subscribe over there.
What's the time on Friday?
And, same time, 9 a.m. Eastern every day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for an hour.
You won't
For
let
now.
me know ahead of time on that one either.
And Resell Ronin on Twitter and Periscope. But anybody else have any announcements or anything before we go? Nothing? Okay, cool. Well, Bitcoin.